To figure out what the zeros are using your calculator, the first thing you're going to do is press y equals, and you're going to enter the problem into the first y1 screen. And you want to make sure that it's the only thing that's typed in to any of your y equals spaces. So I'm going to type in x cubed minus 2x plus 4. And now I'm going to press graph, which is this top right gray button. And it's going to show me my graph, which you saw a picture of on the slide to the left of this. So what we want to do is figure out where it crosses the x-axis. Now, we said that we suspect it crosses exactly at 2. So I want to show you the way that will work all the time first, and then I'll show you how you could have taken a little bit of a shortcut. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to press second trace. And I want to choose option 2, which says 0. And it's going to ask us for a left bound and a right bound. So I'm looking for where this graph crosses through the x-axis. If I move my cursor so that it's right almost exactly where I think it crosses, I need to choose one point to the left of this and one point to the right. So here I am on the x-axis. If I move my cursor to the left, you see it goes underneath the x-axis. So that's my left bound. So I press enter. And now I'm going to go to the right using my right arrow until I get to the other side of the 0, which now happens to be above the x-axis. And I'm going to press enter again. And now what I've done is you can see these little dotted lines, which actually unfortunately are not going to show up on our class yellow calculators. But you can see that this point, which I will highlight again, that point that we thought is where it crosses is now in between those two dotted lines. So I'm going to press enter one more time. And it's going to tell me at the bottom here that my 0 is negative 2, 0. So it does cross through at exactly negative 2 like you thought. Now the way that you can kind of take a shortcut when you suspect that your 0 is a whole number, if you go to the table, so if you look down here in the bottom right corner, it's kind of small. Let's go to the actual table. So if you press second graph and you go to the table, anything that gives you a y value of 0 is a 0. That means that's where it crosses through the x-axis. So you can see here, since I got a 0 for my y value, that means that negative 2 is a 0. So I could have skipped the right bound, left bound thing. You will have to do that though when it doesn't cross through at a whole number.